I was wondering if you could tell us about the genesis of Nutmeg and if what I'm telling you is what you hear all the time.
Sure. Well, I am going to tell you about Nutmeg, and I would never miss a good opportunity to plug the brand
Yes, but
or what we do. But let me start with some fun stories, because you highlighted a bit on the name there. We actually tested over 8 months, 519 names to get to Nutmeg.
Really?
We have a horrendous Google Doc, and I promise you some of them were just so disgusting, and I am so glad that we didn't go with them.
You used to be Hungry Finance, right?
Well, I mean, Hungry Finance was a placeholder name.
Okay, when you were creating the concept.
It's a fantastic play on words. This is how creative I get.
Is that because it's your surname?
Hungerford, Hungry Finance.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also quite a good one. Actually, the thing about Hungry Finance was it was very Marmite. You either loved it or you hated it.
Right.
And it was especially for females that we tested the name with. A group of them said, absolutely, I love this. It's purposeful, it's meaningful. But a group said it's very greedy, it doesn't mean anything, sounds to me like an existing incumbent. Most of the male population we tested with were a bit more neutral, and we're just like, oh, I don't get that. So we knew we had to change, and it took us 8 months, and went through this whole process of trying to decide whether we wanted one of the 4 types of names. So did we want a type of name that was aspirational? And so many times in finance you have these aspirational names, named after planets.
Right.
Pluto and Neptune and all this.
Or like Fidelity or something.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. The second type of name that you can have is a name of whoever it is that started the company, right? So we could have Colin and Nick, right?
Marks and Spencer.
Hey,
Okay,
there you go.
okay.
Or Sainsbury's, right? Or
Right.
Walmart or whatever it is. But actually, Colin and Nick coffee isn't bad, is it? I think we could.
I just got right out of the
Sorry.
loop.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, you can invest. It's,
Silent investor.
Founders equity gone.
You have 3. The third type of name is just a made up name. So the best example of this that everybody knows is Yahoo with an exclamation mark.
Okay, that was one of the first. Just
We are one of the first, one of the most famous. Just doesn't mean anything.
completely out
right?
of the blue, yeah.
And then you have the fourth type of name, which is something that represents an existing word and has an association, but is not relevant to the subject that you're dealing with. So 2 most famous examples in tech community would probably be Amazon and Apple.
I was thinking Orange in the UK, but I guess
Orange
that's
phone,
a mobile
yeah,
service.
yeah.
Amazon and Apple, right?
Amazon,
Completely.
Apple.
Yeah.
Right, Amazon's a great one.
Right.
Well, so is Apple. Yeah.
And Amazon really is our sort of, the strategic company we look at and look up to. But Nutmeg fits into those categories. And the reason we went with Nutmeg was it was the only name that tested in our focus groups at above 50% for trust out of everything. And so we knew it was familiar. People remember it. People would be inquisitive when they saw it on our advertising. People trusted the name. We paid a fair amount for the domain, but we got it now.
How can anybody sign up, publish an event, and start selling tickets in a matter of minutes? We love the notion of people gathering. We really thought about low friction. We want to be that cable TV of live experiences. We basically broke all the startup rules. It's fairly insane to go into a business venture with your fiance. My advice, to any 20-year-old or fledgling entrepreneur is to not listen to their parents. Do something really incredible.